Alright guys, it is Mask Monday. It's actually Sunday. This is my first time not filming a Mask Monday on Monday. But now that I'm back to work, I can't film before work. I start way too early. I have to be there for like 7 a.m. So, what I've been doing is coming home and filming when I get home. But I do prefer posting the videos earlier. I do feel like you guys like that too. You guys let me know down below if you have a preference. I don't know if it's the scent of the mask. Let me cut off this part. I don't know if it's the scent or... Oh, I didn't bring my scissors. Damn, I always do this. But I don't know. I feel like it's like in my mouth and it's making me want to cough. But I will say it is a nice thick mask. And it is sitting nicely compared to other masks I've worn. Sorry, guys. Really, it's hard because that's why I didn't do Mask Mondays for a long time, because I do have to wear glasses. So hold on. Let's put this on. Put my glasses on so I can actually see. This is a mask holder. Okay. That I bought. Well, I actually got it as a gift, but it's from Amazon. And it really helps keep it in place. Alright, let's put my little glasses over it. Ooh. Okay. There you go. I look a little silly, but it's on and it's working. Anyway, so I am doing questions. This was a Mask Monday. I believe it was last week that Sharmaine did with Jennifer Loves Makeup. And I wrote it down here so I could answer it this week for you guys. And I think it was Sharmaine that came up with the questions. But anyway, I will link their videos down below so you can check those out as well. I always like to shout out like who I originally got these questions from. Don't want to take credit for anything I didn't do. And I always watch every video Sharmaine posts. And I tend to really like the questions she comes up with. She's also the one that comes up with the questions for our book club that me and her do every Thursday. So the first question was, do you have a bucket list and what's something on it? I definitely have a bucket list. For me, I would say what's mostly on it is travel. Places I want to go to before I kick the bucket. And that, I've been to a lot of places. I'm very lucky. I've been to Italy. I've been to Paris. I've been to Rome. I've been to England. London specifically. I've been to Azores because that's where my family is from, which is Portugal, part of Portugal. I've been to Canada. I've been to a lot of places in the United States. But some places on my list is like Greece. I find Greece absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't mind seeing like Ireland and Switzerland. That would be pretty cool. But Greece is definitely number one. And there's actually some places in the U.S. I've never been to that I like to go to. California is one of them. I'm sure one day me and Joe will venture that way. But there are just like certain things I want to see that I have not seen yet. You know, like the Golden Gate Bridge and other things along those lines. Do you guys have something that comes automatically in your head, like something you want to do or see before you go? I'm very curious. Number 2, do you like to cook? If so, what's your favorite meal? I enjoy cooking when I'm not rushed or tired. The only time I tend to hate cooking is when I'm super duper hungry. So I try to just make something fast because I'm hangry and I don't want to spend too much time cooking. Or like after work, because I come home exhausted. I'm even, I don't know, considering a career change. Not like a super career change. Like I still want to work with kids, but I'm debating on doing something a little bit different. And I know I just got promoted too, and it's just a thought. I'm giving myself a few weeks. I'm thinking maybe I just need an adjustment period starting this new job. But I don't know. Lately, that's been in my mind a lot. But anyway, I get really tired when I get home from work. So that's the only time I tend to not like cooking. When I'm on my vacations, I cook a ton. I love crock pot meals. I love baking, you know, that's definitely a big thing, especially like in the fall time. I have some recipes I want to try. So I do like to cook when I don't feel, when I don't have to. I don't know, you gotta cook to eat, but you know what I'm trying to say, when I don't like have to do it after work, basically is what I'm trying to say. And one of my favorite meals is definitely mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. You guys tell me what your favorite meal is down below. Number 3, what kind of books do you love to read? I love young adult books. I love mysteries. I love romances. Not a big horror fan. But I do like, I'm not even super into thrillers either, but I do love a good mystery, like whodunit, and you guys know that's what we're reading a lot right now for the book club. The first book I chose, which was Red, White, and Royal Blue, which was a young adult like romance. I do like romance, but not like the old school romance with like Fabio on the cover, and it's mostly just smut. Not that there's anything wrong with that, that's what you're into, but I prefer more like a love story, like You know, Wendy's, like Colleen Hoover's, like It Ends With Us, and November 19 is actually a book I'm going to be reading soon. Those kind of love stories is definitely something I love. So love stories, the young adult mostly version, and mysteries. Number 4, what is your favorite item to get in a subscription box? If it is a like makeup, skincare, like beauty box, I would say makeup palettes. I have so many, so I don't need more. But if it's that genre, that's definitely my favorite because I feel like you get the most bang for your buck there. You're getting a lot of different eyeshadows. I hate when it's like a single shadow. My least favorite product is probably mascara because I have like a million. I also have tons of eyeliners. I just feel like you get more use and value out of a palette. But just a random subscription box, no genre, no theme. I love getting home items, and especially like kitchen items. I feel like those are always very functional, very handy. Like me and Wendy just did a mystery bundle. We posted it yesterday. That includes a giveaway. Guys, go check it out. And she got beeswax wrap, which is like to wrap like your foods. And I thought, wow, I was like, wow, that is super functional. I love getting functional items I know I'm going to use, and not something that's just going to like sit around. So home items, but I do specifically like kitchen items, but just home items in general, you know, like, and I think that's why I like FabFitFun. Like they had the wine opener, and they had that chopper for the fall box, and I just love stuff like that. Number 5, what's something you like to do as a kid that you still enjoy doing? And my answer is kind of the same as Charmaine's. Coloring and reading. Now, of course, my coloring is a little more advanced. I have adult coloring books. I have a Harry Potter one. I have a Disney princess one, but it's like very intricate, and it's a lot more detailed to color. I really enjoy those. I find them very relaxing. I do them a lot in the winter because I'm home a lot more in the winter, and I love to read. I always loved reading as a kid. I've never outgrown that, and I still love to read now. It is definitely something I do for self-care. Number 6, what is your most used emoji? Mine is probably, and you guys know if I comment back on your video, like comment back on your comments on my video, it's usually the smiley face with the blushing, with the eyes and like the little red on the cheeks. I'm always saying thank you with a little blushy face because that's how I feel. Number 7, what is a movie / TV show you can watch over and over again? I actually wrote some down here when I wrote down the question, because sometimes when I get to this, I'm like, oh my God, what is it? So I put, okay, so some of my favorite TV shows, I absolutely love Scrubs. I'm actually rewatching it right now, and I'm listening to the Rewatch podcast. I also, same thing, I love Gilmore Girls. I'm also rewatching that and listening to the Rewatch podcast. I love Friends, and then I love older shows like Three's Company, Who's the Boss, Golden Girls. Love shows like that. For movies, I honestly really, like I said, I am a romance girl. Like that's the books I like to read, so that's the movies I like to watch. And I tend to really like movies with Reese Witherspoon. Some of my favorite movies is like Sweet Home Alabama, Just Like Heaven, which she's in both of those. I also love Legally Blonde, which that's not so much about romance, but I just like really like Reese Witherspoon. I love like A Walk to Remember, even though it's sad, I cry every single time I watch that. I do love that story. So that is, it's mostly like romance kind of. I love How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with Kate Hudson. That's also one of my favorites. So I love the romance movies, basically rom-coms. So number 8 was favorite supervillain and favorite villain. So I put for favorite superhero is Spider-Man. I've never been a Marvel Avengers kind of person. I will go to watch a movie once in a blue with my boyfriend, and I do end up enjoying it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just not like, oh my God, I need to go see that movie. But for some reason, I do really enjoy all the Spider-Mans. I always have. That's actually one of my first memories as like a teenager with a boy. I went to go see Spider-Man, the originals, the ones with Tobey Maguire. I think that's his name, right? The original Peter Parker. And that movie theater doesn't even exist anymore in my city. But that is literally one of like, it wasn't labeled a date, but that's like my first memory of a date that I had. And I was I a freshman? Probably. But yeah, and I've always loved Spider-Man since. I have seen all the Spider-Man movies, with the second Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, and the most current Spider-Man, Tom Holland. I've also seen the cartoon version. I just literally went to go see Spider-Man in the theater with Joe on my way home or something like that. The newest one where all 3 Spider-Mans are in it, and it's the multiverse. So good. You guys should go watch it. My favorite villain, I don't know if you guys would count these as villains. I always think Disney. I love Ursula. I actually saw a meme the other day, and it said, younger you loves Ariel, older 30, 40-year-old you loves Ursula. And I do. I don't know why, because she's so evil. But I don't know, maybe it's because she's a woman and she's so powerful. And she's like the only villain that is female that comes to mind, other than like the 101 Dalmatians. And no, I guess that's not true. There are a lot of female villains, because, you know, like the witch in Snow White. Anyway, but what I was actually going to say was she's the only villain I can think of that's kind of plus size. And I know Aracel's basically an octopus. She's not technically plus size, but that's what you think of when you think of Ursula. Even like characters that have played her, it's usually always been like full-figured women, which I really love. I also like Harley Quinn, which I know she's considered a villain. I actually really loved, what was that, Suicide Squad. A friend dragged me to go see it, and it wasn't my thing, and I ended up loving it. So yeah, I would definitely say Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. Favorite villain, if you're going the more traditional sense, Harley Quinn. If you're thinking more Disney, it's definitely Ursula. Then number 9 is the weirdest way you've injured yourself. All right, I threw out my neck once making a ponytail. Like, I was putting my hair in a ponytail, which I've done hundreds and thousands of times in my lifetime. And I was young. This was probably like 10 years ago, in my early 20s. You know, I make ponytails every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I must have just did it the wrong way, tweaked my neck, and my neck killed for like 2-3 days. I couldn't even turn. I forgot what side, or maybe it was both sides. This was a while ago. But yeah, that is probably the weirdest injury I've ever had. And then last but not least, number 10, what do you like to do to lift up your spirits? And like I said, I do like coloring. It is self-care for me. I do like to read. That is self-care for me. Filming also does that for me. I can be in a funk, and as soon as I take off this camera, I'm usually automatically in a better mood. Sometimes I put it off because I'm like, oh, I don't want to film in a bad mood. And then I do it, and I feel so much better. And I'm like, I need to learn that I like to film, so I should film when I'm in a bad mood. I'm just always scared that energy is going to come off to you guys, and that's the last thing I want. I want it to be like a happy, positive place. And also, talking things with my mom. Me and my mom talk every single day, more on the weekends than on weekdays, especially now that I'm back to work. I'm just so tired. But we literally talked for an hour and a half this morning. And sometimes it's like she'll be cooking dinner and she's not even like really talking, and I can just hear her like stirring, and I can hear the burner, and we'll just be in the background on each other's phones. Yesterday, same thing. We talked for like 2 hours. She always puts me in a better mood. You know, she just listens to my problems, gives me advice. And also going out with Joe. I was in a really, really bad funk yesterday. That's why I talked to my mom for 2 hours. He had to go in for overtime. I talked to her for a while. And he got home, and I just didn't want to go out anymore. I did kind of want to go out in the morning. I was thinking about going out for breakfast, and then, you know, he had to go to work. And by the time he got home, I was like, I don't feel like going out anymore. I said, let's just stay in. And I was in such a funk, but me and him watched some movies together and some TV shows, and it got better. And then today I said, okay, let's wake up early, and I woke up at 9, but I let Joe sleep till 11. And I was like, let's actually go out today, get myself out of this funk. And we did. Me and Joe went out. We did, because today is Sunday, so you're getting this the day before it's getting posted. And me and Joe went out for breakfast. We did a brunch buffet, and then we did a candy apple farm, and then we actually sat by the beach for a little while. It's not like super nice to go into the water. It's like 70s here, but it's still nice to sit by the water, and soon we won't be able to do that. So we enjoyed that, and we came home a little bit early. That's why the sun's slowly going down now, because it's probably closer to 6. It's actually 6:20. But this is my last video. I just pre-filmed 3 of them, to try to get some content up early for you guys. I've been actually scheduling my videos so they post while I'm at work, which has been nice. So like I said, if you guys have a preference for time, let me know. That was the 10 questions that Sharmaine and Jennifer Loves Makeup did. Like I said, I will link them down below so you guys can watch. This was their video. I'm pretty sure from last Mask Monday. I do Mask Mondays every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesdays, I usually random videos. Most of the time it's hauls and unboxings. Once in a blue moon, I will throw in something different. Sometimes I do a get ready with me or an empties haul. Thursdays are book club videos, and Fridays are vlogs when I have them. I don't have them every single Friday, but I do film when I don't film everyday life, but when me and Joe go out, I do film it. So I just posted like a 21 plus event I went to at a zoo after hours with Joe. I have a Canopy Lake one coming up this week, this Friday. It's already pre-filmed, like edited, ready to go. And I do have tons of collabs coming up in October, so definitely consider subscribing and sticking up for that. A lot of them are going to include giveaways. I'm going to have a 500 subscriber giveaway now that I'm back at work and finally are getting paid. So yeah, there are some great things coming. So if any of that interests you, definitely consider subscribing. If you like the video, you like me, you like Mask Mondays, give it a thumbs up. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And comment down below if you want to answer any of these questions. I always love conversing with you guys. But that's it for this video, guys. Be safe.